here today for Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide. We are excited to be your hosts. My name is Rebecca Benton, and I am a life skills parent educator with Student Services.
Hi again. I'm Dejan Jackson, Family and Community Outreach Administrator on special assignment for St. Lucie Public Schools. The focus of our show today is to discuss career and technical education and the many military options students in St. Lucie Public Schools can explore before they graduate.
The purpose of Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide is to give parents and families information about the resources found within our local community. The resources shared could be in the form of people connected to St. Lucie Public Schools, like school counselors, district support personnel, or educators on your child's campus. Or the resources could be found on our St. Lucie Public School website, and it could be in the form of local community agencies that help your child achieve success. You play a pivotal role in the life of your child or children, and as always, our aim is to support you. Today, our purpose is to dive deeper into the many CTE programs and learn more about the many military programs in our St. Lucie Public Schools. We have amazing guests with us today, and they are going to help us explore all things CTE. And later in today's show, we will discuss the many military resources we have for students. Let's welcome Dr. Robinson. Can you please share with us a little bit about yourself and the role that you have within St. Lucie Public Schools?
Yes, thank you. So I've been living in the area since around 2001. I started working at Treasure Coast High School as a criminal justice instructor in the year of 2006. And then from there, the last few years of me being there, I actually was the department chair for Career and Technical Education Department. And then from there, in the year of 2018, I was given the opportunity to become a program specialist for the CT department at the district office.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yes, you had mentioned you mentioned CTE. What is CTE? I understand that our CTE programs are #1 on the Treasure Coast, and how did we achieve that ranking?
Okay, so CTE stands for Career and Technical Education. Within the CTE programs, our students are earning entry certifications. They are actually getting college credits through articulation agreements at the local and the state level. And they're also being both college and career ready. So they have options once they graduate from high school. In addition to that, you had asked about why are we #1? Well, absolutely, because we have, among all the districts on the Treasure Coast, we actually have the highest number of students who have earned entry certifications.
Oh, that's amazing. Go St. Lucie Public Schools.
Yes.
So how many different programs do we have, and is there a certain number at each school? And how many students are enrolled in these programs?
All right, excellent question. There are 60 programs and 36 academies. There are over 11,000 students enrolled in a CTE program or course here in St. Lucie Public Schools. Additionally, at every single comprehensive high school that we have here, there are at least 5 or more CTE programs available to them.
Wow. What are the types of programs that are found, and what do the programs include?
So it all depends on the campus, but we have anything from culinary arts, allied health, criminal justice, as I mentioned earlier. We also have aerospace, aviation, industrial biotechnology. There are so many programs, so many opportunities for our students. One of the unique things about career and technical education is that our students are learning from the best. These are individuals who come from industry. These are individuals who have earned, education-wise. They have done the work, they've done a service, and now they're giving back to our students.
That's amazing.
Absolutely amazing. So industry certifications are a major component of CTE programs. What industry certifications will students earn when they leave the program?
Okay. That's another great question. So it all depends on the program. So for culinary arts, you might have ServSafe. For our nursing assistant students, we actually offer the Certified Nursing Assistant certification. We also have, for example, the base exam, base biotechnology. Basically with that program, it all depends. It's very unique. It's great for our students. We have over 4,000 entry certifications that I've earned just last year alone for our high school students.
Oh my gosh. Again, why we're #1.
That's right. I know that my son's girlfriend tested out nursing, and now she's a nurse. And having gone through that program, she was able to explore early. How do the CTE programs translate into the workforce?
All right. So our students are actually, because I mentioned earlier, they're actually able to be both college and career ready. So with these energy certifications, they're actually able to go to work. Some students, like they might decide, well, hey, you know, I'm still in high school. The plan is for them to graduate first, and then so once they graduate, they say, well, hey, I want to be a nursing assistant. I want to work as an accredited legal professional in a legal office. So it all depends. Some of our students go into the workforce automatically, but some also have the option of going to college because of our articulation agreements that we offer. So our students are able to work here, they're able to live here, go to school here, and we, again, if they move away, they can always come back and stay here.
Oh, yes, we love St. Lucie.
Absolutely.
Now, what are the benefits of choosing a CTE program? And if students are enrolled in a more rigorous academic class like ACE, IB, or even dual enrollment, can they still be involved in a CTE program?
Absolutely. Our students, and I want to make sure I mention this, is that some of our students are actually graduating in the top 10% of their class.
That's awesome.
We have
That's
students
awesome.
that are enrolled in both ACE and IB courses. So no, they're not limited. They have options. The opportunities are there for them. One of the things I also want to mention is that the level of rigor for our students is high. These are students who are actually earning, with those energy certifications that they're earning, those are what adults and college students are earning and what they're working towards, but they're getting it earlier on in high school before they even graduate, before they walk across that stage, they have earned that recognition.
So with that, are the classes weighted any differently than the other electives?
So our students who are in the level 3 course are higher. They're getting the same weighted course, weighted GPA as those taking the honor level course as well.
That's amazing.
Wow. Now, are any of these programs available at our middle schools in St. Lucie Public Schools?
Yes, so at our middle school, we actually offer both courses and some of our middle schools, and we are growing. We are growing. We're always looking for opportunities out there. So our students, for example, at Alapata, they're actually they have an ag program that's out there. And then Northport, there's culinary arts opportunities for them, a program that's offered to them. And then for other schools, they might have orientation and career classes, of course, but again, it's getting them that career exploration earlier on for them.
I've had some of the culinary students from Northport, their food.
Amazing.
It's very good.
Amazing. Do you have any tips for families who have students thinking about enrolling in CTE and then they're like, well, I'm not quite sure, and if they are in one of those middle school programs and they're ready to go to high school, what would you suggest for those families?
I would strongly suggest, first of all, speaking with a school guidance counselor or school counselor, getting to know what opportunities are available to them and their student, but also finding out, okay, so if my child is interested in robotics, well, guess what? There's a robotics program right at Fort Pierce Westwood. If their son or daughter is interested in, for example, engineering, there's multiple engineering programs. Treasure Coast High School offers one, Lincoln Park Academy. Allied Health is now at the middle school and high school level at Lincoln Park. So it all depends on where they're going, but definitely start with their school counselors for one. Think about the costs. Think about the savings, not only for cost, but time saving as well. For these students, they're earning those energy certifications and training and the experience, exposure alone. That, I mean, it's the cost that they're saving along the line, but also that career exploration. So students may say, well, hey, yeah, I'm in the culinary arts program, but they might decide that, you know what, maybe not necessarily culinary arts right away, but maybe I want to be an entrepreneur instead. But because they're getting that foot in the door earlier on, they're making those educated decisions. So they're not waiting to college anymore to decide, hey, I want to do engineering or I want to do industrial biotechnology. They already know and they have the career pathway already started.
And they're putting their foot in the door and
Right.
kind of saying, is this right for me?
Yeah, and being well-rounded students as they leave, go from middle school to high school, and then whatever they choose after that, they just have all the life skills necessary.
Yeah, because you know when you go into college, you're like, okay, I think I want to do this, and you graduate, and you're like, this is not for me. So it's important to have that exploration early on.
Yes, well, thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful expertise. We're just so thankful for everything that you shared and all of the resources that Dr. Robinson shared with us. Oh, you have a show.
Yes.
You almost let me You have a show. Can you share with us a little bit about that? Because we will link the resources she's about to share on our Family Matters website.
Yes, so another resource that we offer is we have the Career and Technical Education Show, also called #BuildAFuture, and it's available to anyone to be able to watch on the YouTube channel. There's also links that you mentioned that will be shared with the show, and I appreciate that. And then also, they have any other questions or they want to see, okay, what other opportunities are available at different schools, at the various schools here in St. Lucie Public Schools, they can definitely check out the Career and Technical Education page through their school district.
Wonderful, yes. And so we'll link all of that on our Family Matters website. Thank you again so much. This is so wonderful. And I am, again, so proud to be our number one.
Number one. We're number one. We are going to shift gears a little bit and welcome our second guest, Colonel James Golden. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the role that you play in St. Lucie Public Schools?
Sure, thanks for having me here. So I'm a retired Air Force officer. I have the honor of leading the Treasure Coast High School Air Force Junior ROTC program. I spent 28 years on active duty, so graduated from college and went into the United States Air Force as an officer. As I said, 28 years, retired in 2018, and so joined the St. Lucie Public School District, now running the program at Treasure Coast High School in 2018. I have two phenomenal senior NCOs that are also retired that help me run that program at Treasure Coast High School, and we have about 170 cadets this year that we have a pleasure of being part of our program.
Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your service and dedication to our country, but also to St. Lucie Public Schools. Now, what are the military options offered to our students in high school, and are all the branches covered?
JROTC is an important program, I think, for our high schools, for students that are looking for a kind of a unique opportunity. We do have every service represented at all of our major traditional high schools in St. Lucie County. So Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Marines are incorporated with the Navy. The only thing we don't have right now is the brand new Space Force. But other than that, it's all offered within St. Lucie Public Schools.
The Space Coast, Treasure Coast, it's coming soon, and I'm sure it's going to be
There are
incorporated.
Space Force units in, up at the Space Coast. Yep.
That's awesome. So what is the ASVAB? I hear that when kids are talking about exploration, and how can students prepare for that?
So the ASVAB is a really important test from the military's perspective. It's very similar to the SAT or the ACT, but with some unique attributes as well. The purpose of the ASVAB is for the military to be able to assess a student's overall academic and intellectual capabilities, similar to the SAT, but also to assess their capabilities and interests in specific things like mechanics and logistics and IT and all those different kinds of things that are sampled. And so it really identifies for the individual services and for the students the capabilities of the students that would take that test. The ASVAB is intended for folks that want to enlist in the military after they graduate from high school. If you want to be an officer in the military, a college degree is required, so the ASVAB is not an officer thing, but that ASVAB test helps both the military assess capabilities and each of our students to assess their own abilities as they get ready to potentially join the military.
So it helps identify those strengths,
Wonderful.
most
Right.
definitely.
Which is good to know as we move forward. Who should students reach out to if they are interested in joining one of these programs?
So the guidance counselors at each of our schools do a phenomenal job of not just promoting junior ROTC, but also understanding the unique aspects of junior ROTC and helping to identify students that would benefit from the program. So that's where they should start, is with their guidance counselors. But of course, all of us, there's an Army officer and a Navy officer, just like me, at all the different schools within our district. We all have offices where doors are always open. We invite in all the students, not just current cadets, to come in and ask any questions they have about the military, the ASVAB, and of course, potentially being part of the junior ROTC program and what it can do for them.
That's awesome. Do students have to be involved in the programs full-time, and what are the typical time commitments?
Yeah, so junior ROTC is an elective like any other elective within our high school courses through the CTE program, as Dr. Robinson mentioned. So, got to come to class faithfully, got to do well, participate. There is plenty of academic rigor that's involved in junior ROTC classes. But that's just a small piece of what the junior ROTC program has to offer. The real goodness, the extra benefits, all those things come with the voluntary stuff that occurs after school and outside of the classroom. And while I said that's all voluntary, that stuff is where we do all our community service involvement, our reach out to the community, the opportunities to promote military values and citizenship and patriotism outside. That's everything from having the honor of posting the colors at our football games, basketball games, but also, for example, at Treasure Coast High School, we've had the opportunity to do color guards at Orlando Magic games.
Oh, wow.
And even last year, we had the opportunity to go support the Folds of Honor organization at their national convention in Chicago and present military honors to include a POW MIA ceremony there. So just some great opportunities for students to have service before self mindset.
That's
That's
awesome.
wonderful.
And even competitions. Like I know that there are some programs that compete, and I hear about that in St. Lucie County. And, you know, it's teamwork, but it's also that commitment that is necessary.
Right, right. So we have teams that range everywhere from athletic, PT kind of teams to drill teams to we have a drone team at Treasure Coast High School, and all those teams compete outside of the school school day, and they work hard, prepare, travel all over South Florida and do those competitions. And it's just a great opportunity, as you said, for that teamwork and leadership development and to develop all those problem-solving skills that will help them out so much in their future.
That's awesome.
Well, you've listed a ton of benefits of joining one of these programs in high school and after. Is there any that you missed that you want to talk about? Any benefits of joining?
So one of the great things that we have at Treasure Coast is we have dual enrollment through Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. The Gates Aerospace Institute certifies my classes. I'm able to teach aerospace science classes primarily focused on unmanned aircraft systems, and our cadets that take all 4 classes with me across their junior and senior year end up with 12 credit hours of college credit that can then help them to move forward if they want to pursue unmanned aircraft as a career, which, as you know, is exploding in our area. So, yep, lots of opportunities.
So how does this program translate into the workforce? How does one's time with the military prepare you for your future?
That's a great question, and usually where I see that apply itself is not everybody, when they get ready to graduate from high school, knows exactly what they want to do.
I
when
don't
they
think
finish high
even
school, right?
after college graduation, sometimes people don't know
Right.
exactly what they want to do.
So before you, if you're not sure, for those that, and the college is a huge financial commitment for most. So the military just offers phenomenal opportunities for our students to learn more about themselves and develop those teamwork and leadership skills, as we talked about, and then also get a lot of real valuable career training and just a huge myriad of opportunities, careers that would translate directly, to a post-military civilian workforce job. And so it just can create a lot of job experience and a lot of educational opportunities that can set them up for success in life.
Most definitely. What are the benefits of enlisting in the military after graduation for students who have gone through the JROTC program?
Right, so JROTC does a lot of things to help our students, our cadets, be prepared for their military service. First of all, for those that complete 3 or more years of junior ROTC, when they finish basic training with the military, they proficiency advance 1 rank after they finish basic training. So they skip a rank, move ahead. That's more leadership, more responsibility, but more importantly, probably for them, more money. They get paid better, and so that's a huge part. And then just secondly, anybody that does the junior ROTC programs, when we get feedback from them, they come back and say, basic training was not all that hard for me, because of all the things I learned in junior ROTC. It prepared me very well for basic training and set me up for success.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful. So let's say a student enlists, but if it's not right, like maybe they join the Navy and they want to go into the Air Force. Like, is that a possibility? What are options for students?
It's possible. I won't sugarcoat it. The services, once they bring you on board and start investing money in you, they want to develop you and see you succeed within that service. But there are opportunities to transfer inter-service if those can be applied for, and sometimes it can happen. But primarily, the services focuses on keeping you in the service that you signed up for and succeeding in that service.
Recruitment and retention.
Yes.
Yep. Technology plays a major role in both CTE as well as military operations. Are there unique programs at Treasure Coast High School that you want to highlight with our viewers?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned before, the dual enrollment classes that are offered at Treasure Coast for our Air Force Junior ROTC cadets are primarily focused, well, they're all focused on aerospace science, but then within that, primarily focused on that unmanned aircraft system stuff. And we're not just flying little toys indoors, we're flying large aircraft outdoors in compliance with all Federal Aviation Administration rules and regulations. And so we really teach that advanced unmanned aircraft knowledge and skills and all the technology that goes with it. And what that ends up being at the end of their time taking those classes, they take the Federal Aviation Administration's Part 107 examination. If they pass that, that gives them a commercial drone license, the ability to go
Oh,
out
that's
and
amazing.
That
make
is-
money,
wow.
flying drones.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So we're really family focused here at Families Matter, our show. How does the military focus on families?
So family is super important in the military, all services. And the military, of course, has a unique perspective on family and what it means and how that works to be a family. You know, the service before self mentality that goes with being in the military creates that atmosphere where military members depend on each other. And most people that have been in the military will tell you that that unique lifestyle and potentially even being stationed overseas and all those kinds of things develop that family lifestyle and family camaraderie that is unmatched in any civilian future job that they have.
That's amazing.
Yes. Do you have any tips or advice for any students thinking about joining one of the military programs while in high school or enlisting after graduation?
Yeah, this is super important. Don't wait. You know, unfortunately, every year I'll have students, sometimes cadets, sometimes non-cadets, come into my office their senior year and ask questions about military programs that suddenly that they think might be a great opportunity for them, and in a lot of cases they're way behind or even too late with what they need to do. So don't wait till your senior year, get started, go see your guidance counselor, come by and see us. You know, especially if you're thinking about a service academy or those kinds of things, it takes a lot of preparation through high school to be prepared and qualify for those programs, qualify for those classes. But there are huge scholarships available and all those kinds of things that are out there. And then, you know, there are phenomenal military careers that you can enlist and be part of those careers that people just need to go out and explore to be able to find out about and learn about. And all of our programs in the district, not just mine, but, you know, all the programs in the district have phenomenal websites with videos and, you know, all kinds of information that can help people understand the programs and the opportunities that are there and more completely.
Thank you so
Oh my
much
gosh,
for your
thank you.
time, your dedication, and for your commitment to service.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you being here.
Families, we have gone over a ton in today's show. We hope you have learned more about the amazing CTE and military programs in St. Lucie Public Schools. And if you find yourself in need of more help, please reach out. Our aim is to be the guide on the side for the many resources found within our community.
Once again, Rebecca,
Great
we've had a great
show.
show. We want to say a very special thank you to our guests, Dr. Robinson and Colonel Golden.
Thank you.
And if you have missed any of our shows, please tune in to WLX Horizon to watch it, catch up, and feel connected. Check out St. Lucie Public Schools social media outlets for our next show. Next month, we are dedicating our show to our high school seniors, focusing on life after high school graduation.
Yeah. And what all those things you need to graduate. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Remember, all families matter in St. Lucie Public Schools.